low connection, low connection, low connection. Connection is available. All right, people, coming live. Now my little live act like we want to act up. You know when it's time to pay your bill, it get a little slow, but I'm here, people. Let me do a little adjustments to the camera. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm here, and we are going to talk about domestic violence. And I'm a little bit early, maybe a minute early, so I appreciate you guys tuning in. So I got my big screen on where I can see you guys and all that. So make sure you tag your friends, and we want to be open. And it's some things that you may hear today. Don't be surprised what you might hear today on this open discussion, because people, as my partner Vera said, we're going to let the cat out the bag, and we're going to keep it 100. And that's why I want us to keep it. No other way but keep it real. So make sure. What's up, Judy? What's going on? I see you. Judy. Share this on your page, ladies. Share it on your page. Hopefully we can get a man. Hey, birthday lady. That's Dr. Sanders, y'all. She's going to be coming on talking with us today. I see you. We'll get a few more people in, doctor. And since it's your birthday today, Ali, I want you to come in today too as well. You don't have to show your face. Let me say this to all the guests. Hey, my sister's on here. Mookie, what's going on, Mookie? What's up, Angel? A lot of you guys, I know it's lunchtime. A lot of people may not be on here, but they'll tune in later. But I'm just asking you guys, hey, Judy, again, I'm asking you guys just to, to speak let the cat out the bag. And hey, Shantae, she at work up here watching. So, all the thing I'm asking is just tell the truth, tell your story. As I said in my post yesterday, I am not an expert on domestic violence. All right. So I'm just simply let you guys tell your story, and hopefully a man will come on here and tell his story as well. So I don't want the men thinking I'm just men bashing. I'm not doing that at all. I want to be fair and balanced, because all my videos are live, uncut, unedited, and raw. What you hear and what you see is what I hear and see. So it's the truth, like Ali said. So I'm gonna bring Dr. Sanders on first, because today is her birthday. Katrina Sanders, I want to wish you a happy birthday. And she's going to speak to us. And the women that you see that come on my platform today, they're speaking out of experience. Out of experience. And I'm quite sure we all know somebody that have been in an abusive relationship, whether it be male or female. Hey, Trina. I see you, Trina. Hey, Annette, how you doing? And that's right. It goes both ways. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's what it is. And I try to be fair. So I'm going to be fair. This is lunchtime. I realize a lot of people are working. So let's get started. We got like 21 people on live. So I'm finna bring the birthday lady on, which I call my sister in the gospel, my sister in the faith, my prayer warrior sister, my partner. I want to thank her husband for allowing me to call her anytime, gave me free range. He said, man, you can call my husband, so I don't have a problem. And, sometimes men don't like other men calling their their wives and stuff like that. So, but he gave me free range. I appreciate you, Pastor Sanders. Thank you. You got a beautiful wife. God bless y'all. Wonderful couple. Wonderful ministry. And just pray for me. All right, sister. You ready to come on, birthday lady, first? And she's going to talk to us. I don't know what she's going to say now. So hold on to your seats now. Hold on. I'm finna bring her in. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Her husband is on here. I'm going to bring, and she's going to let it flow. Whatever she say, I'm just listening. And if you're on a lunchtime, share this video. And if you don't get a chance to, people don't get a chance to watch it, they'll watch it later. All right.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you. All right. Hey, I appreciate you. I had to thank your husband because I know sometimes I get on his nerves. I be calling his wife all the time, but hey, hey, hey y'all, she keeps me calm. She keeps me
So
calm.
funny.
She talks to me. Go
Oh
ahead,
my
sister.
goodness.
Go
Thank you,
ahead.
Martin. No, I'm trying to get used to this. My husband bought me a new device.
Okay.
The Apple. I'm trying to so I'm trying to make
Oh, you
sure
got your Apple?
I got an iPad Pro.
Okay.
That's my birthday gift is an iPad Pro. So oh, God bless you. I'm just trying to rotate this thing. But anyway, I guess I have to come from the side, I guess. But
That's how I
oh
got my phone set up. That's why you talking from the side. Okay. I got the
yeah,
phone set up that way.
yeah. I was a former police officer's wife, 11 years, and everybody thought.
Uh-oh.
What I told my previous husband before, I said, be careful of the kind of men that you hook up with on the job, because many of them have different experiences at home with their wives, girlfriends, whomever. He didn't listen. He got caught up hanging out the water hole over on Western. And I was a young mother. I was 23 years old, having children, being a housewife, bearing the children. But the 4 o'clock, the 3 o'clock, the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, coming home late, and not having a doable answer, like I worked overtime or I got hit by a car, broke my leg and they kept me in ER. None of that. He would literally start yelling. He would start yelling. I would tell him, do not yell at me. Because one thing that he did do was he taught me how, he didn't know, but there was another part of me he didn't realize that exists. I'd already learned how to use a 12 gauge shotgun. So he would take me to the rifle range and literally teach me how to shoot a gun. It got to the point that no matter how much I tried to conversate with him, to keep communication open, to find out why you have to do this, when he was going to the academy, he had lipstick on his training collar. And I'm like, okay, is this man going to cheat on me throughout the course of the marriage? I would literally start the conversation like we're talking right now. I'm like, what is the problem? Why do you have to be out all the time? Well, we get to hang together. We're men, we're fraternity, whatever. One thing led to another. We would be breaking dishes, glasses in the house because I did not want him to feel that you can just jump on me when you want to, when you get to that point. But I didn't know that he had a mistress for a while. And the anger from dealing with that mistress was set off in my house to the point to where he put a gun in my mouth.
Wow.
That's what the affair did.
A gun in your mouth?
And I told him, in my mouth, he had a 357. My children were small. They were small then. And the crazy part was that none of his people ever knew about the domestic violence we went through. He brought the mistress in to whom he's married to today. But when he put the gun in my mouth, I said, you better kill me. And you better have a good excuse to tell your children why you killed their mother. He couldn't. He left. I literally went broke being married to that man. I became broke, literally broke. When he hit me with the gun, put the gun in my mouth, we got the fist fighting. I was fighting real hard. I called the police. They found him in Marquette Park and they locked him up. They took him to county at 26th Street and they stripped him of his gun because of what he had done. And county don't play that with the guys. You think Chicago is something? County don't play that. They do not like that at all. I had to go to court with him out in Markham. I had to deal with all of that, and it was not fun. The people at church were telling me, oh, that's your husband. Die in the Lord because you saved. Really? I'm going to die in the Lord, right? Like Stephen got stoned. I'm sorry. I'm not going to die in the Lord like that. I'll search the scripture to find out how I can deal with this and not lose my mind. But Martin, I couldn't, man. I had to go. And then when he wanted to come home, he started drinking. He started stalking me. I packed up and I moved out. I lived at 6301 South Whipple with my children. I said, I can't do this. I bought a little dog, little beagle hound. I couldn't do this. The man was stalking me, thinking because I moved out that I was seeing somebody else. I wasn't seeing nobody else. I was getting away from you. Martin, my money was put down on that house. 6610 South Campbell. That's where I used to live. My money that I inherited was the money that bought the house. So I lost everything with domestic violence with him. My children to this very well, they were small. They knew of the arguments, but the fights, he did it when they were asleep because they were tiny at the time. They were little babies at the time. My oldest son caught him in the act of adultery and turned around and he fought me. We were still married and he wanted to come home. He fought me. He fought me in the street. You know where 81st and Evans is between Cottage Grove? The apartment building, when you come in, right, when you come down 81st and Cottage Grove, you make that right. That building, that's the building where he pushed me out in the street and I almost got hit by a car. The mistress came up to me and said, oh, you just a bimbo that had a bunch of babies. I'm going to be the real wife. And Martin, and she hit me. And before I know it, the girl was on the floor. He came and shoved me in the street. The car almost hit me. The guy stopped and said, man, what's wrong with you? And it shook me back out of reality because I forgot where I was. Her nose was bleeding. He called the police on me. He told the police, oh, my wife beating up my girlfriend. They came and said, wait a minute, what happened? Domestic violence ain't no joke. When he did that, I lost all love for him. No respect. I didn't have anybody in the church, Martin, to help me. They kept telling me to stay with the man because that was my choice of husband. But see, I was in the backslidden state when I married that man. I didn't marry him in the church. I was in the backslidden state. So they couldn't help me. They couldn't. So I buried the pain of working jobs and going to school for survival. But when he put that gun in my mouth, that was it. That was it. But the mistress topped it off. The mistress topped it off. And they're finding a lot of things out right now, you know what I mean? But no, I went through hell. And when I went through hell, I had to leave. I couldn't stay. They came to court, dressed alike. They was trying to get my children to be taken from me because she didn't like the kids no way. They were little. She wanted to be the mother of the husband. She wanted my position. She wanted my status. It wasn't all about that. Nobody could help me, Martin. Nobody could help me but God. When I went to court, I had a judge. Lord, I thank God for lawyers, good lawyers, Jew lawyers. You know, but when I went, my attorney said, Katrina, what happened? I said, he kept trying to say he want to come home, he want to make it right and all that. I said, but the mistress, he said a mistress. I said a mistress. Went to court, they was dressed alike, Martin. Black turtleneck, black jeans, black jacket. But she kept a cap on her head. She was hiding her head.
Dr. Sanders,
yes.
somebody asked a question down there. It said, Dr. Sanders, how long was this relationship?
I was married 11 years.
Okay. Go ahead. I just want to
That's half my life. I went to court. I was nervous. But the judge said, at the time, my former name, married name, was Cornelius. He said, "You look like you're saved. I want you to stop rocking." He said, "I got this." And Martin, I was sitting there like, I just want the truth to come out. I just want the truth to come out. Somehow or another, as the process, the proceedings, the court proceedings was, I was working at Lexington Healthcare as an assistant social service director in Chicago Ridge. And I'm going back and forth to court, no mediation. The state was siding with her because I was the one that delivered the fence blow after she had already hit me the first time. So they were siding with her. Whoo, I was mad. I lost my job. He was calling my job. She was calling my job every day. "We gonna take the kids from you." Yeah, because he was paying me $900 a month in child support. She wanted the money. It was about the money. It wasn't about him. It was about the money. She never came to mediation. Never. Wow. So when it was time for us to go back to court, I had a female judge. Matter of fact, at the same courthouse where those 2 police officers were killed, 111. I went back there. And the woman, come to find out, my attorney and the state's attorney had dinner. And guess what? She worked at the strip joint on Elston.
What?
They poured a rap sheet, man, long as your arm.
So he fell in love with a stripper, huh?
A country boy got turned out by a city girl that was a stripper. Yeah. Her name is Armel Montgomery Cornelius. That's her. And so that's her name, Romeo. They call her Romeo. I was like,
Dr. Sanders, hold on. Your husband he said, "I want everyone to know that I am her Black Knight." That's what I'm talking about. So,
that's for me.
In the going through, there was a breakthrough. So she didn't get to that part yet, but her husband had to come in and intervene a little bit. That's all. That's Pastor Sanders.
You got to hear my husband's story about his daughter's mother. Oh Lord Jesus, he was abused. But let me tell you about mine. So we got there at 111, and the female she was black. Oh, and she was pissed. She was pissed. She said, wait. She said, "Mrs. Cornelius, are you still married to this man?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, but we're in divorce court." She said, "Wait a minute, hold on. Let me look at this file." She pulled out the whole paper, Martin, about 5 pages of 8 by 10. And she said, "You've been to all of this and this woman didn't show up?" The state's attorney said, "Well, ma'am, Your Honor, we found out some other evidence against Mrs. Montgomery, and we're going to drop the charges against Mrs. Cornelius." She said, if you bring this wife back in here again, I'm going to lock her up and I'm going to fine you all."
Wow.
The judge wasn't playing. She said, "I'm sick of this." She said, "There's always a mistress ran a wife in the court after the wife and found out with the husband." She said, "Where the man at? Where's the husband at?" I mean, he kept stagnating with the divorce. He filed now, not me. He filed. It was him. He got her pregnant. When we got burned out of our house, he came and stayed with me and the kids. "I want my family back." We got burned out July 1999. "I want my family back. I was wrong. But you all the time, you impregnated that same woman who took your wife to court upon me finding you in a leapfrog position." And from that point, but when he pushed me in the street, I knew that man did not love me because adultery had his man gone so bad. And I didn't stay. I said, "Lord, get me out of this situation. I'll do and go through whatever you want me to go through to get out of this." Martin, it was no joke. When you ask the Lord to get you out of a situation, you guarantee you're going to go through it. And that's what I did. I went through it. I lost my home. I lost everything but my car.
Dr.
And
Sanders, can I ask you a question? Did you have any type of counseling to help you get through this?
I'm telling what the church folks said.
they told me to stay.
Yeah, they told you to stay.
They told me to stay. No, you know what I did? I got more involved in going to prayer,
Mm-hmm.
and I stayed true for the God.
Mm.
I didn't go. My attorney, which was, he was a Greek Jew lawyer, he literally, Mr. Arnold Ginsburg, he retired, but he helped me to understand. But I didn't go to counseling. I just got on my knees and asked the Lord to help me, because I was on my own before I met him.
Mm.
So I knew who I was. I was self-confident who I was. But because my family had these restrictions and laws, which I understand why, I really do. But I had to pray and tell the Lord to get me through it. I really did. The church did not help me.
Dr. Sanders, I have another question to ask you. What would you recommend anybody that's going through what you have been through?
To the women,
Yes.
ladies, you have a worth. Number one, God created us to be the weaker vessel, but we give such great, command on our life, which is bearing children. No man could bear a child. That's the blessing that we have, is replenish the earth. But know your worth and get to know yourself
Know your worth and know your
first.
Know your strength too.
Before you get involved with anybody, boyfriend or whatever. Know who you are. Build that confidence and say, you know what? I don't want to be like this. When I got on my own at 20, I was so happy. I was a single mom. I said, I got my own place, my little humble abode. I said, what does Katrina like? Do Katrina want to get married? Am I a wife? Am I not wife material? Do I want to be single? Those are the questions I ask myself. Do I like food, seafood, American food? I started doing a report card of myself. But my relationship, even though I backslid Martin, I still had that connection to prayer. That's the biggest thing. And have you asked the Lord to take your mind and cover your mind. Reprogram your thinking. We sung in the church, elevate your mind and let's go higher the Lord. Tell the Lord to elevate your mind. And no matter what your mom or grandparents or church folk may tell you to do, know that you have a worth and that God created you. And get in those secret closets. If you got to go to Bible class to get more into the word, that helped me. I got around a lot of other women in the world that went through abuse, not the church, but the world, and went through abuse. I listened to their experience. I took notes. I love taking notes. I got so many notebooks, it's pathetic. And sit down and say, Lord, would you do something with my mind and my heart? Because in order for this to be healed, this got to be changed.
Agreed.
Know that any man that come in your life and say, oh, I think you fine as wine, and oh, you can just make my hair spin all over the place. Baby, you better do a Carfax check on the man.
Mm.
Don't be blown by love and looks. Don't be. He could be fine all day, but messed up all on the inside. The Temptation said, "Beauty's only skin deep."
Better look at his record, jail record. Make sure
Look at, oh my God! Look at the jail record and make sure that these men were not bent over and was somebody's women in prison. I never married a guy in prison. I never had that opportunity. I thank God I didn't have experience. Not saying that a lot of them didn't come at me, but I was careful though. I was very much careful. I had a country boy that got turned out in the city. Needless to say, Martin, his brother was a Chicago police officer back in the day. If a lot of you all remember, the woman that called the police officer to come to her rescue, and they didn't come because they were sitting at White Castle on 111th, and her estranged husband killed her, that was my brother-in-law. James Montgomery called me and talked to me about his attitude because he had the same thing. all women are good for is screwing and beating up and being in the kitchen. That was the mindset.
So he was more so. We used to say this thing when I used to work at the post office. A man used to say, "I keep them barefoot and pregnant."
That's it. Barefoot and pregnant. And to this day,
Baby on the hip.
they retired him out of CPT because he hit another girlfriend of mine. She's on Facebook. Her name was Monique.
Okay.
He hit her. And I'm like, what do y'all go around beating on women in his family? But see, we had that experience. My ex-sister-in-law, she had that experience with his other brother. We went through, but we came out. But you got to get away from that area. And God knew that, Martin, as much as I love that house that I bought, and he caused me to lose my inheritance house, God showed me I got to wipe out your whole life to get you to where I am. And Martin, that was a sacrifice because my children and I, we went through so much, paying high rent. You know, people in the church, not one pastor's wife came to say, Katrina, I'm going to stay with you and work with you. Not one. That's why I knew that the church could not help me. And I said, if the Lord have an opportunity in my life in the future, this is when I was 30 years old, I said, if I be a member of a church, I'm going to encourage the pastor to put in a domestic violence program because the women need someone to talk to. I didn't hang around cliques. I told you that, Martin. Church, amen, doxology, pew, I'm out the door. But I know what domestic violence is about. And what it did to me, it made me real defensive against men. Because if I know your voice is lifting, I'm wondering, okay, you ready to kill me, right? So now in my mind, I got to get a gun. Because the way that a man does, because a woman can be subjected to you if you treat her right. If you do right by her, according to the word, whether you're in the church or whether you're not in the church, you got good men that are not in the church that got more sense than some. You understand what I'm saying? But the women need to find a different outlet. Get away from silly women. If the church pastor's wife can't help you, the missionary, the mother can't help you, you can always reach out to me because it was hard, but I will help you get through that overpass where you can be able to know where you at. And I don't want to see, when I see women being abused, the gun was an eye-opener for me. It was a Coast deodorant soap eye-opener when a man could put a gun and put it in his wife's mouth and said, I will kill you.
Hey, I'm going to ask a favor for you, from you. If it's all possible, could you open up a group on Facebook, on social media with domestic violence as you've been a woman? You know, that, I mean, you know, I will help you promote that, push that, you know, because
Yes,
I mean, it's needed. It's needed, you know.
it is.
I'm so compassionate about this. I've experienced, I'm not going to tell my stuff, but I got 4 daughters. So I don't want them to get beat up, go through this stuff. So if they feel that they were just, I would know what to say to them.
As a man, they're going to look at you kind of funny.
Okay.
You got 4 daughters. But let me say something to you. My daddy didn't give me that security because my daddy left. He left when I was young. But you got to be the one as a man. The fathers have to set the tone for the daughters to know this is not the kind of man that you need to be dealing with. And you got to tell them the truth. Even though my former husband and I, you know, we don't talk, but when my daughter, because she's 27 now, you know, but I told him growing up, I said, you know what, forget about us. You need to tell her how to choose. But he couldn't. He couldn't. She ended up choosing 2 guys that didn't know a peanut from a donut.
Wow.
I promise you. One had a record. One just came off the streets. He couldn't help her. But the fathers, no matter if you're not with the mother no more, divorce or separate or whatever, you need men. We need you to step up and teach your daughters the male part. That's where the girls become affirmed by their fathers. They got mamas, but they need daddy to tell them, you don't need to deal with that type of man. That's a wildcat. That's community property. That's a wild dog. That's a stray dog. They need to know all the different type of dogs out there because they don't know. Every young man, hey, boo, what's going on? You know, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You know, no noun, verb, adjective, correlation at all. But the young girls, they need that from their daddies. I really believe, Martin, if the men will step up and do that, you can cut out a lot of teenage pregnancy, unwed mothers, because they're all looking for somebody that's a father figure in the boy. And if the boy run around and he got all this stuff hanging on his head and then he can't talk, bad news.
Wow.
You know what I mean? My daughter has a friend. I met him the other day. Nice young man. His car was clean. He had a clean car, boy. He had a clean car. And he was quiet. And I started picking his brains. I said, where your man at Son of the Future? He said, I work with your daughter. I'm like, okay. He said, I was doing 2 years at school. I'm going back to get my education degree. I'm like, ooh, he's going to be a teacher. I said, well, you think about staying another year after the 2? He said, you know what? Some people keep telling me that. He had sentences that I ain't never heard from any of the guys, except for one young man named Charles. But this one here, I said, he got his car not dented, not beat up. Okay. I asked him, I said, do you want to be married one day? He said, I'm looking into that. He said, but I got to get my stuff together. See, that was something that I never heard no young man say. I got to get my stuff together before I think about doing anything else. That's an honest word. I said, okay. So my daughter said, don't read no more into it, just friends. I said, but that's okay. But he looked like he could be a good friend. And there's nothing wrong with having good friends,
Right.
But the young ladies need their fathers in their lives, the best way they know how. I've learned that some of them will not do it. My former husband, I'm mad at your mama because we ain't together no more and I don't want to talk to y'all. He vacated my kids for a whole year and a half.
Wow.
Because the mistress told him don't be bothered with his kids.
Right.
She wants the
Dr.
money.
Saint, let me say this too. I need to get a couple more people in too. Give us your closing thoughts and all that and whatever,
Young ladies, I never met you all a day in my life, but I love you all. And I want you to use this. Think, pray, don't move so fast. Take your time. But if you're in a relationship with a young man, first of all, the Bible says he that findeth a wife, not she that seeketh, but he that findeth. Know that you need to get to know that person. Find out all their background. They've been to prison, jail, overnight. Don't sit up there and get swooned by words and McDonald's meals. Because there could be a demon lying within that you would never see until later on. And the minute he yells or lifts a finger, run! Don't look back, cut it off, and move on. If he harass you, call 311, build a case. Build a case. Build it until you make your voices heard. If they don't want to hear you, call me. drkatrinasanders@gmail.com. I got you.
Also, they need to know that we're preparing to have sanctuary for women that are in trouble like that had children so they can get out.
You hear, Pastor? Martin?
So, hey, tell Pastor get on for 1 minute. Tell him now he can't hold the mic too long now. I know it's hard to tell a preacher.
He needs to give you a testimony about his daughter's mama that poisoned him, tried to poison him.
Okay, but let me hear it then. Wow.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
This is Katrina's husband, y'all. She found a new love.
It's me. It's me.
Go ahead, bro.
It's me. Look, Martin, I just wanted to say, not only the women can be abused, but men can be abused too. And I didn't give you the Cliff Notes version, but my ex, we had a child, but man, this actually was a girlfriend.
Right.
And this girl made me physically sick. And it's not that a woman can beat a man with his hands. I'm 6'5", 250 plus pounds. So you're not gonna beat me. No man, no woman gonna beat me with their hands. But when she couldn't get me with in the mind, she started doing other things, man. And I began to wonder why I couldn't hold no food down. And I'm getting everything coming out of both ends, man. And this woman made me physically sick, was trying to stress me out. That's a form of abuse too. When you can't hold nothing down, you always weak and you always tired. Come to find out, man, this lady was poisoning me.
Wow.
And I had to get away from her. And thank God for my cousin, because my cousin, I was able to go to her house and stay with her until my daughter was born. She was doing this while she was pregnant with my daughter. Mm-hmm. And when she discovered that, I saw how mean she was. And my mother talked to me. My mother said, look, if you're not in love with somebody, you don't have to marry. Uh-oh. But you do have to take care of that child. She said, make up your mind what you're going to do. Man, when she found out I wasn't going to marry her, man, I saw a whole different side of that woman. I didn't even realize it, man. I'm trying to do the right thing and trying to stay with her till my daughter's being born. And she was taking off her job. You know, I'm eating her cooking, eating all this, man. And this stuff, man, this stuff is killing me.
Did she have insurance policy on you? Because she probably tried to
hey man, I don't know. I don't know. But she didn't get a chance to use it. She didn't get a chance to use it. My mother told me, don't put your hands on her no matter how much she make, no matter how mad she make you. She would do things to make me mad. Like she wanted me to touch her. Like she wanted me to put my hands on her. But I ain't never put my hands on no woman. And trust me, I wanted to. I'm not going to say I didn't.
She did enough by poisoning your daughter's mind and your family like she was a wife and she never was.
That's right.
Tell the truth.
That's right. My wife is right. She poisoned my daughter's mind. To this day. My daughter grown now, but she poisoned my daughter's mind against me that affected me to this day.
Nope.
So she got me where it hurt. She got me right in my heart.
So did.
I'm taking care of her. I'm sending money. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a man. Not as a black man or a white man, but as a man. I'm doing the best I could. I was not allowed to see my daughter. When my daughter graduated from college, I was not there. When she graduated from high school in 8th grade, I was not there. She's in North Carolina now. But I wasn't there. You want to abuse a man that loves his family, that's where you get him, man.
Honey, no, go and tell him. Martin, one more thing. His brother, his siblings, stuck their 2 cents in the business and didn't even know, and they brought her to my husband to meet my husband as if he was a killer. I'm still pissed off about that.
That's right. That's right. So I know you got limited time, so you want some people to get on this, but I also, what I wanted to say was that at Redeemed Fellowship, we're going to, and I think I might have told you this, we're going to redo our sanctuary because there are so many women that's out there that have been beaten, and they have children. And one of the biggest things that hurt my heart is that I've seen them in the street, man, just recently with the parent, with the child, and the mom is out there with the kids and a suitcase, and they don't have nowhere to go. And they're outside, and there's nowhere for them to go. So what's the need of us having a church with all this space and all this, and I couldn't even open up that got me, man. Yeah. They don't have a place where they can eat, to get showers. So I'm moving the pews out. I'm taking the pulpit out. I'm gonna get chairs so we can roll them things back, so that women that have children can be able to come to the house of the Lord, have a shower, get a meal to eat, and where their children can feel safe. Well, they ain't got to worry about it. You can't even feel safe in the shelter, man.
Nope, so okay.
You got to sleep on top of your suitcase and everything and watch your stuff, because you wake up, it's going to be gone. I done been there. But they need to come to a place where they feel secure. God's given me that vision. And on next, going into February, we're going to be talking with some groups and some organizations that's going to help us accomplish that.
Wow.
So I wanted to let you know that we're talking about this. Where are the pastors that need to be on this line?
They trying to go out.
I'm on this line, brother, because you are on there. You my brother, and you know I support you.
Yes, you
That's
do.
why I ain't worried about when you talking to my wife. But you ain't talking to my wife about no junk and about no baby. You talking
No.
about serious issues and serious stuff, and they don't know that you be on the phone. Y'all be on the phone in the morning, wee hours in the morning, talking
Yeah,
about stuff that affect the people that we talking to now.
That's right.
that's right.
I'm not an insecure man. I'm a man.
Right.